Much love, respect, and appreciation. If you would like to also continue seeing this type of news, I would say that you should roll directly over to the Seiji Zone, which is the third channel. We're going to try to get that up and running, see directly what happens, and we're going to move on from there. And if you or anybody that you know may want to support the channel, you can do that by way of the links that you see directly in front of you, or the links underneath the live streams or the videos on the channel. Thank you. An Illinois teenager is accused of taking the life of his girlfriend and two others during a home invasion this week in a Chicago suburb. Byron Montgomery, age 17, has been charged as an adult with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, home invasion, aggravated battery with firearm, and aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. He is being held on a $20 million bail and pled not guilty to the charges in Will County Court on March 7th. On March 5th, at around 8:15 p.m., officers responded to a report of a domestic-related home invasion at the Bolingbrook home, where they discovered four people, two adults and two minors, who had been erased. Three people were pronounced deceased after the attack. Those victims have since been identified as Cortez L. Daniels, age 40, Samaya A. Shelton Tillman, age 17, and Sanaya Daniels, age 9. Relatives stated that the youngest victim was Daniels' daughter and that Daniels was engaged to Shelton Tillman's mother. A fourth person, a 34-year-old woman, was wounded in the incident and was listed in stable condition at a local hospital. Investigators have stated a 3-year-old boy and a 14-year-old boy were also inside the home at the time of the incident but remained unharmed. Montgomery, who police have stated was dating Shelton Tillman, was quickly identified as a suspect and arrested about 2 hours later close to his home. A neighbor who wished to remain anonymous stated that her son was playing video games remotely with the 9-year-old victim when the shots were fired and he was later taken. He stated he was playing the game and then he heard gunshots go out and then he didn't hear his friend anymore. The child of another local resident who rode the bus with the 9-year-old victim spoke out and said that this tragedy has left him frightened. Quote, "I've been feeling unsafe. I've been feeling scared. She was a really close friend of mine." A motive for Sunday's erasure remains under investigation. The local community held a vigil as of Wednesday in honor of the family. The department also stated that it is working on formal charges with the Will County State's Attorney Office.
But I want to be clear. I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for good!
So I just want to give a shout out to some of the people who disagree with me when it is that I agree with Dr. Umar Johnson and I further doubled down on what it is that he stated. And I just wanted to have a clear-cut clarification of what it is that Brother Umar Johnson stated there for everybody to see and hear. Regardless on however it is that you feel about it, the truth of the matter is that you do have some of the youth, some of your sons who are out here who are so far gone that there is no way, there is no God to help them. Some of y'all want to believe in redemption. Y'all want to have a redemption arc like it's a manga, like it's a comic book, like you're part of Marvel and DC, and you just believe that, your son is going to just be able to turn over a new leaf and it's just going to be the best of the best of the best. There is no redemption arc for him. He decided to take not only the life of his father, not only the life of the kids that were there, but also of his girlfriend. That's what he decided to do. He and only him decided to do that. And you have people out there that want to disagree with what I stated in my stance. You want to have people out here that want to disagree with Brother Umar Johnson, but yet you're going to keep allowing kids like this, keep allowing teens like this to do adult actions and to stay consistent enough where they'll be in the public eye, where their peers can look at what it is that they're doing and they'll be like, well, they were able to do it, so I'm going to do it too. The only difference is I'm just going to be smarter in what it is that I'm doing so I don't end up like him. That's all they're going to do. They're going to copycat and do the exact same plan, try to initiate the exact same thing. All because you have a lot of adults out here who believe in redemption arcs. But these are the same adults out here who turn around and told me that, oh no, I'm not going to be responsible for somebody else's kids, and I ain't going to do this, I ain't going to do that, and all this other type of stuff. But then still want to turn around and state that Brother Umar Johnson is wrong. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? People that don't want to be responsible for nothing, claiming that somebody who is being responsible for something out here is wrong on the opinion that they gave. But yet, there's a lot of proof out here to validate everything that Brother Umar is saying. Now, again, you're going to have some people that are going to decide, like, oh, well, you got to look at the system. You got to look at how everything is set up and yada, yada, yada. You know, And to a certain point, I agree. And then to a certain other point, I highly disagree because at the end of the day, irregardless, you can have somebody grow up. Look at some of the affluenza kids. They can grow up in the best circumstances, go to the best schools, have parents that actually care and love them, and that spoil and over spoil them with that type of thing, not doing anything to try to negatively impact their life. And guess what? Those kids will still be unhappy and they'll still decide to turn to some negative events in order to alleviate the feeling of whatever hurt that they inflicted on themselves, because they're doing self-infliction. It's not that their rich parents did this to them. No, 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 no. They feel a certain type of way, so because they feel a certain type of way, they're going to try to alleviate that feeling the best way that they know how. So again, just for those people that want to sit up there and keep stating that, oh, the system this, the system that, it's like, yeah, on one side, I can sit up there and agree. I see where it is that you're coming from. I understand it. But on the whole other side, nah. Because give me a valid reason of why it is, right? That he would decide that he wants to take out his father. Tell me. Tell me. They didn't state anywhere that he had bad interactions or anything like that was going on with the pops, anything like. He didn't say nothing like that. But he opted to enact this plan. He opted to do this, and not only this, but his girlfriend. Somebody that actually saw something within him enough where it was like, yo, we gonna be dating. Got rid of him. Like I said, there is no redemption. Some of y'all, again, y'all want to be Batman, and y'all still don't want to be the detective. Y'all still don't want to wear the suit. Like it's crazy. It's completely crazy out here. The only thing I can sit up there and say is my condolences to the community, my condolences to the families out there that um that are involved in this tragedy. And for that neighbor, I'm pretty sure that's going to be something that her son is never going to forget. Like, one minute we was playing video games, and the next minute we wasn't. That's going to be something that's going to stick with him for a very long time. And again, that should also let people know how fragile life is. And this is why I consistently tell parents and guardians out there, if you really care about your kids and everything of that sort, make sure you sit up there and talk to them. Make sure you let them know that you love them. Make sure you hold them tight. Make sure you forgive them for whatever small argument that really doesn't matter in the long scheme of things, because it's only a few. All it takes is a few seconds. Literally, all it takes is a few seconds. That's all it takes.